Hey beautiful, welcome and thank you for joining in this practice. That's an invitation for you to reconnect to your true knowing. And that true knowing to me means your intuitive knowing, that source of knowing that is unconditioned and that has all the information about who you truly are on essential level beyond pictures that you or society has created about yourself. So today is a slow starting, a slow checking in to remember what that knowing feels and looks like for you, so that you can have it more and more at hand in your life and have it as a guidance throughout your day. So if you are ready, just take any comfortable position. It might be a traditional meditation pose, you might be lying on the ground, you might be sitting like I do. And then let us start. Okay. And I'm inviting you to just take that moment to arrive physically. Maybe you need some movement. Maybe some shaking. Maybe just a deep exhale out. And welcome yourself in this presence, in this moment in time and space you have gifted yourself with today. And as you breathe, already I'm inviting you to set an intention that in today's practice you are going to release your cognitive mind, your thinking mind, as a source of guidance and knowing. Just release it for now. Let it relax. Your mind is doing a wonderful job, and yet it's so interesting to see what other sources of knowledge you have within yourself as you allow your mind to calm down a bit. So just set that intention, release your thinking mind from its service and duty for now. Of course, not fully, but dim it a little bit. You might imagine a cooling color, maybe a cooling blue flowing through your brain and just calming your whole mind down a little bit. Or you are more creative and you create something like a sofa outside your space and you tell your thinking mind to just go there and relax. So let it not be complicated. Let it be something that really helps you know that you can release that control system that you have created in your mind for a moment and feel what's underneath. Feel what else is there. Feel your feet on the ground, the soles of your feet, and really remember there's that vertical flow you can always surrender into. So whatever doesn't serve you, whatever feels pressuring you or tense, just release it into the ground through the soles of your feet. You might want to open them like big gateways. Sometimes I love imagining them like pancakes, becoming more and more flat and wide. Okay, here you are. And then give an hello to your body, that physical vessel that you have created, that sacred space that you created in this life so that your spirit can reside in this body, guiding you in every action you take. So give an hello to that beautiful body. You might want to touch yourself, maybe your chest. Just give yourself maybe a hug. And I'm inviting you to give that moment of gratitude to your body for what he or she is doing for you day in, day out, holding you, carrying your energies, allowing you to flow them through you and create through your body whatever you intend to create. Beautiful. And I'm now inviting you to just inquire within, how are you feeling today? So really ask yourself, hey, you, how are you feeling today? Have a conversation with yourself. And as you perceive the response, I'm now inviting you to really scan through the different channels of perception that you have. So you might first have a thought. I'm feeling tensed or stressed because of this and that happening in my life, or I'm feeling good and excited because of this and that. Okay, acknowledge your thought and give it a hello, hi, I see you, I hear you. And then inquire again and check in with your physical perception, because your body is so unique that it communicates to you throughout about the energies running through you. So whether right now you're feeling super light, heavy, tensed, or when you ask yourself, how are you feeling today, maybe one specific field inside of your body starts to pulse or to contract, maybe your throat, maybe your heart space, maybe your belly. Are your feet still relaxed, your legs, or are you trying to, hold on to something? How is your body reacting? Reacting. Beautiful. And I'm inviting you to hear the response. So just play around, be curious, and don't be scared to imagine, don't be scared to make something up. That's our way to regain access to the truth, to the true intuitive knowing that speaks to us in pictures, in sounds, smells, sensations. We all have different preferable channels of perception. So maybe for you it is hearing. So what could be a melody that responds to your question? And just go with the first thing you hear. Maybe it's not a melody, it's a sound, it's a tone. And just breathe. And know there's nothing you have to do with that. It's just perceiving and continuing to breathe and continuing to allowing it to flow through you. Maybe you are smelling something. Maybe a memory comes your way. Yeah, our sense of smelling is so closely related to our memories. We immediately travel to a place that reminds us of that smell. So even if your cognitive mind cannot really think of a memory or of a place, your spirit might already have traveled to a specific frequency. So allow your body, your senses to talk to you. Allow your surrounding to change as your eyes are maybe closed, or even if they are open. Know that you have that other sense of seeing, that third eye, that clairvoyancy. You might experience the space around you changing. And how do you know it's changing? So more and more, maybe you're perceiving pictures, smells, colors, some motions within you. How are you feeling? So how are your emotions reacting? Your emotional truth, knowing. Just breathe. And don't fear to make something up. If immediately now you're feeling, oh, actually I would prefer being in a forest right now, just go ahead, make it up. See that forest being created around you. So as we connect to our intuitive knowing, we intuitively connect our perception to intentions of healing. So whatever you might be perceiving right now, whatever you are touching within yourself, immediately you might perceive an invitation for it to transform. Maybe for space being created. So as you breathe, I'm inviting you also to see, what if your space expanded now? What if you could just choose to enlarge your system, expand your system beyond your skin, maybe to the size of the physical space you are in, or beyond those walls. And there's no right or wrong or good or bad here. I'm inviting you to play around so that you can know what is true and right and supportive for you in this specific moment. So that you can remember that you can create a space that always keeps you safe, that supports your perception, that you're always able to transform what is within you. Okay. If it's easy for you to connect to colors, I'm inviting you to, maybe from the cosmos, invite the color of your choice, the color that really would support you right now, and take it intuitively. Just take the first color that comes to your senses, and then focus on that color, really flooding your system. It can be like a shower, it can be like a smooth flow, it can be flooding your body from within and even outside your physical space. It might flow around you. And continue breathing and ask, how are you feeling? And you might see that bit by bit, that question no longer really only tackles your personality and the everyday life situation you are in, but it more and more invites your whole energy field, your whole intuitive spiritual being to respond, to communicate to you. And no pressure here. You might right now feel lots of restrictions. You might be like, I don't feel anything, I don't see anything. You might have some anger or pressure coming up. So let me tell you, that's a very specific perception of your intuitive knowing. Any frustration tells us about where we don't have permission yet, where we are holding taboos about how we should perceive ourselves, how we should communicate with ourselves. So the frustration might be a very clear mirror showing you, okay, I would love to perceive something here, but there's still a pattern within me that's trying to control it, that's trying to block my free perception. So if you're finding something like that that's quite restrictive, know that it is not truly of you. It's something that you gathered on the way. And in your own time and pace, you will soften that pattern. So just stay with it and breathe into it and appreciate yourself for perceiving that frustration. You might want to touch your body wherever you feel most tensed. You might want to invite a color that softens that area, that energy. You might want to just set an intention that whatever is blocking you right now from perceiving yourself might just flow into the ground, might just melt away because it's not of you. Know that you can choose in every moment. Okay, beautiful. And if you would create a picture about yourself right now, about how you're feeling, about who you are right now, with all that moves within or doesn't move within, how would that picture look like? Just give it a glimpse and take that picture, look at yourself and see, are you judging yourself a lot right now, that picture? And I'm inviting compassion into this space. So if you like, you can connect to that frequency that I'm inviting. Myself, I'm seeing it in a very, very bright rose. You might see a different color, maybe a brighter gold, a light gold or white. So I'm inviting that frequency of compassion. And I'm inviting you to connect to it and to really let it touch you where you cannot be compassionate with yourself right now. So you can choose where you connect to and what energies you invite in your space and which you tell to stay outside. And let the compassion, however it looks or feels like for you, maybe it's a feeling, a sensation, a smell, a sound, let it really come to that place within you where you feel you are judging yourself a lot right now, yourself on that picture that you created about yourself. Okay. Breathe, maybe support your body physically by touching yourself so that your skin can release, your muscles can release those tiny connections between your cells, your bones, your whole physical being. Beautiful. Know that you are safe. And know that the softer you become with your judgment about yourself, the more your channels will open towards yourself. Maybe your mind is keeping coming back, playing games with you, wanting to understand, wanting to analyze. So every time you feel a bit distracted by your analyzations and reflections, I'm inviting you just to smile at yourself and to guide that energy of compassion towards your brain, your analyzing mind, wherever you are locating that one right now. You might feel severe physical reactions. So many of us, in the beginning, when we connect to our intuitive flows, the intuitive impulses of knowing, we have that surviving pattern of blocking the impulses, of blocking the flows. So you might feel your body really tensing up. You might even have difficulties in breathing. That's what happens so many times. So know that You are in connection with your flows and in connection with the pattern that controls your intuitive flows, and know that you can and will heal it, release it, soften those patterns in your own time and pace. So all you need to do right now is acknowledge where you are at. Maybe you are traveling to places where you are remembering, oh yeah, that time I was really freely connected to my intuitive impulses, knowings. So maybe memories come, and maybe you're traveling to childhood. So don't force yourself not to travel. Go wherever you want to go in order to rediscover where you can find your access to your intuitive knowing, and continue breathing, continue staying grounded in connection with the earth. Beautiful. And my last invitation for you today will be to support yourself in a healing moment. So you might want to place your hands intuitively where you feel it could support you right now. Maybe it's your belly, maybe joints, somewhere where you feel you're holding something, you're holding tension. Maybe your jaw and your head, around your eyes. So wherever you feel you need support, place your hand there or move your hand. And just set that intention to connect to your self-healing energy. Your self-healing power that runs through you. Choose a color for it, running through your body, through the palms of your hands. Feel it around you, sense it. All you have to do is continue breathing and trusting that the energy is there, whether you can perceive it clearly right now or you can more perceive the restriction that comes with it, that covers it. That's your step, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And then just breathe in connection with that energy and invite yourself to create space for where you need it right now. Allow yourself to find softness, gentleness, and compassion where you are restrictive with yourself and your intuitive truth. Perceive the space that's being created, maybe within you, maybe around you. Maybe you're feeling like an elongation, like straightening your system towards the cosmos. A healing is as unique as you are. So without you having to understand what you are doing, you will intuitively give yourself the right support. Okay, feel your root chakra relaxing, releasing. That's your pelvis, your hips, coccyx. So really release into the ground. And just trust that there is a knowing that you have that is beyond what you can understand. It is beyond what you can plan and reflect and analyze. So find trust and find a feeling for that trust. How does that feel? You are safe, you are loved and carried by your spirit, by your body, the earth underneath you, and the cosmos above you. Okay. And then wind this up in your own time and pace. You might want to stay here for some time and just continue breathing. Or if you need to go on with your day, just give gratitude to yourself And see how you're feeling right now. Maybe there's one space within you that feels more comfortable and free and safe than before. Then just set that intention to carry that feeling into your day. If it feels more restrictive than before, then know that you can carry that invitation, that shower of compassion and acknowledgement with you during this day, so that you continue inviting the energy and permission to become more soft with your intuitive self. So wherever you are, I thank you so much for having joined me in this practice today. I thank you so much for taking a choice to reconnect more and more with your intuitive being that knows a lot about you being peaceful, you being healing, and you being purposeful in your life. So thank you for taking this step today, and I'm wishing you the most beautiful day ahead. I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you.